Hi, my name's Richard, and today we are going to be explaining all the differences between the socket and C fuse finder and demonstrating them in use. So, here we have the complete range of socket and C fuse finder kits. The FFCB 100, the FFCB 200 and the FFCB 1140 UKA. And now we're going to take a closer look at the differences between each of the kits. All socket and C fuse finders come in a tough, durable carry case to protect the instrument when not in use. Okay, let's look inside. Inside, on the FFCB 100, you will find a transmitter, which is this, the receiver, which is this, and a 13 amp IEC mains lead which plugs into the transmitter. If we move now onto the FFCB 200, it's the same as the 100, except it comes with a set of fused test leads which you also plug into the transmitter, and of course the test leads can be used at spurs or on lighting circuits as opposed to just using the 13 amp plug which is included with the 100. Now we'll move on to the FFCB 1140, the fuse finder full kit, which comes in a larger carry case. Again, you have the transmitter, the receiver, the 13 amp mains lead, the test leads, and two industrial plugs for use on 110 volt and 230 volt systems. The socket and C fuse finder enables the speedy identification of which breaker or fuse is protecting a circuit. All socket and C fuse finders have a transmitter, which is this, and a receiver, which is this. The transmitter is mains powered, and you simply plug it in and switch it on, and you will see, when it's working, a red LED on the front. The receiver is battery powered, and to switch it on, you simply press the on button on the front, and to indicate that it's working, you will see a green LED at the bottom of the bar graph and an intermittent tone. Now we can do a self-test with the receiver to make sure it's working correctly by simply placing it on the transmitter to see if it's picking up a signal. And there you can see the bar graph has climbed and you get a continuous tone to show that it has picked up a maximum strength signal. So here we are at the consumer unit. We have the transmitter plugged into a circuit, and we're going to identify with the receiver which breaker is operating which circuit. Switch the receiver on. Remember, it uses a comparative signal, so there's no wheels to adjust or anything. You must scan the board at least twice to pick up the strongest signal and discount any weaker signals, like this. So we place the receiver on the board there, the first breaker, and scan slowly across all the breakers that are on the board. You will see there are varying signal strengths, but when we go back to the first breaker, it's discounted the weaker signals, and we should hopefully pick up the strongest signal on the breaker that pertains to the circuit that the transmitter is plugged into. And in this case, it is this breaker here, because you can see that the bar graph has got all green LEDs on and a continuous tone. Now to prove that, we can switch it off and go back to the transmitter to make sure that it's off. Here we are at a different distribution board, and it's worth bearing in mind that the fuse finder receiver uses automatic scanning technology. And due to the differing designs in circuit breakers, on some circuit breakers you may find better performance holding it like this, whereas on others you may find better performance holding it like this. Just remember on each test to hold it the same way around. The scanning head uses a ferrite transducer to detect the signal, and like a portable radio, varying the angle at which the receiver is held in relation to the breaker will affect the strength of the signal received. As the receiver works by comparing the strength of the signal received from one breaker or another, it is essential to compare like with like. You must observe the following for best results. Do not let the scanning head wander around. To operate well, the automatic scanning memory needs a consistent signal, so keep it in touch with the breakers as you scan and keep the position of the scanning head similar distance from the breaker switch. Keep the black scanning head at the same angle relative to the breakers or fuses for the duration of your test. If you are unsure whether you have followed the correct procedure or need to start again, either turn the receiver off and on again or press the reset button to clear the internal memory of previous results which could affect your next test. Thanks again for watching our Socket in C tutorial video. For more information on our innovative line of testers, visit www.socketinc.co.uk.